Okay, so I wanted to show everyone in this video um, opensymbols.org. So this is a collection of open licensed picture symbols that can be used for augmentative communication. Now you can click on open license to see exactly what it means. I don't know 100% what the licensing is on this, so I wouldn't try to sell anything maybe that you build with these symbols. But as long as you're just using this stuff to build communication boards for your classroom or at home or something like that for somebody, you're not selling it, then you'll be fine. So, what I'll do here in the search bar, you can just type in something that you're looking for a symbol for. So, if you just type in I, we can find all these symbols of people referring to themselves, basically. So you can look through these. I'll just click on this first one right here. Now, one thing you want to pay attention to is the type right here. So make sure it says PNG. Some of them say SVG, and I'm going to be showing you how to use these images inside of Scratch, the programming language, to make a communication board really quickly. So it doesn't seem to be working with the SVG file, so make sure it's just a .png file. It's just a file, a certain file type for your computer. So once you go here, once you click on the symbol, you can click the edit symbol. Sometimes that doesn't load, but if there's anything to edit, you can see down here like the skin tone for the person. So you can just right click on that one to download it. So what I'll do is I'll just save image as, and it has this name right here. It's gonna save it to your downloads folder. That's what it does for me. You may have your computer change to download it somewhere else, but I'll just name this I so that I know exactly what I'm looking for, and I'll save it. And you see right here, these are some other ones that I've downloaded, and we'll look at the Need Toilet one and talk about the SVG file versus the PNG file. But if we go back, I type in the word need, and this is the one I had found, Need Toilet, and it's an SVG file. I tried to upload it into Scratch, it didn't work. I'll have to do some research and see why. So I'll have to find another image. So right here we just have a toilet. So I can click there, and there you see type is PNG. So I can right click here, once again just save image as. It already says toilet 12, so I'll just leave it like that. And then I'll go back, and I still need to find something for need. So you can kind of pick here which one, or maybe not need. Maybe need is kind of hard to communicate the word need. So something better might be to go. Yeah, so this is something that may be better. It all depends on the student. Once again, if edit symbol fails, you can just get any of these different images down here. So save image, and has a long file name, so I'll just name it to go. And then I'll save, and now that I have those images, I can go to Scratch and I can build a little communication board really quickly with text, with, well, touch to speech or image to speech, whatever you want to call it. So in Scratch, we just click create. I'll put a link in the description of the first video I made. It's just a very basic introduction to Scratch. But we click on create. It gives us this default project name right here, Untitled 2. We can name it whatever we want to, communication board or whatever. And then down here, this is our sprite list. I don't need this default sprite that they give me, so I'll just click on the trash can and delete it. That's going to highlight the stage area for me. I don't have to worry about that. All I want to do now is hover over choose a sprite. Remember, a sprite is just an image. And I'm going to hover up to this first option up here at the top that says upload sprite. I'll click there, and then here are the files that I downloaded to my folder. So I'll click on to go, and there's my image. And then I can just do the same thing, upload a sprite again. There's the toilet one, and then upload sprite again. There is I. So now we have all these images. They're kind of big, so all we have to do is, if I click on down here, I can either select the images, I can double click them up here, or I can just, it's easier to just select them from the list down here. So I'll click on I first, and I'm going to change its size. So I'll just give it a smaller number, maybe 50. That looks a little bit better. And then I can move and position this image anywhere that I want to go. I'll probably do the same thing, maybe 50. And then for the toilet, same exact thing. This size number right here, the smaller the number, the smaller the image. So now you have a basic board right here that you can build to communicate going to the restroom. And once again, I'll click on this first sprite right here so that I can program it to do something. And I want to go to events. Events is usually the first block you're going to use, and I'm going to get this block right here when this sprite clicked. And this is going to control what happens if I click on this sprite that says I. So when this sprite clicked, what I'm going to do is down here in the bottom left, if you want text to speech, I very much suggest having it. I'll click on that button down there in the bottom left. This adds an extension, so it gives us more blocks that we can work with. And I'll click right here, text to speech, and you'll see now, in addition to events and motion and all the other things the sprites can do, we now have text to speech. And what I want to do is speak something. Now you can also set the voice to like a man's voice or a woman's voice or a giant's voice or a kitten's voice. Make it kind of funny, but I just use the default voice. It's up to you. And also I like to go to looks and get the say something for 2 seconds block. And this will, when we click on the sprite, it's going to speak the thing we need it to speak, and then it's going to say it. So it's going to have a little speech bubble where we can see the word itself. So right here I can just do I, and then right here I, and that's it. If I click on it,
I,
we can hear the text to speech, and then there's the little
I.
text bubble, I. Now for it to go in toilet, it's going to be the same blocks. So all I have to do is take this right here, bring it to go. You saw the little icon shake, I let go, and now to go has a copy of that code, those code blocks. So I'll do the same thing, go to toilet, it's going to shake, boom, now toilet has those same blocks of code. Inside to go, remember down here in the bottom right we can increase the size of the blocks. Now I'm inside to go, so I have to go selected, so these blocks are going to control the image to go. So right here you can just, depending on the student, you can just write the word go if you need to. So now
I, go.
And then right here we can say, you can say bathroom. Once again, if you click on that sprite, these blocks are going to control the sprite down here that you have selected. So down here you can say toilet or bathroom, however the student recognizes or understands best. And then here's your
I,
word. So I,
go.
go,
Toilet,
toilet. Perfect. You can move
go.
these things in
Toilet,
any order that you need
go.
to. I find it's probably better just to go left to right like we read. But so that's basically what I wanted to do. Open symbols, opensymbols.org. It's full of those symbols, all the ones you can pretty much build any kind of communication board you need with those symbols. And if you want a digital one like this,
I, go. Toilet,
you can build them in Scratch. Now your student's not going to use it right here. Remember, they're going to do this full screen control. So if you click on that, this way they're not going to be able to drag the symbols or anything. If you open this on a tablet, they're just going to be able to touch the symbols, unless you would program it otherwise.
I,
But you see, it works
go.
perfectly fine
Toilet,
in full screen. Now I'm going to save this project. If you want to share your board with other people, like I'll just press share right here. This is going to share it. So if you look up my name in Scratch, my special brain with the underscores, you should find my profile, and in my profile you'll be able to see the projects that I build, and then you can just click on my project, And then right here you'll have an option even to remix it. So remix allows you to just take what I've already built and then modify it, make it your own. Or you can just see inside, or you can just go to my project and click right here, the full screen mode, and you can just use it
I. Go. Toilet.
from here. So with Scratch, it's just so quick. It's so quick and easy to just download those symbols. You can have a communication board up and running in Scratch in 10 minutes. I think it just took us to do this with my explanation of open symbols. So it's a great resource. I think more people should use it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, all that YouTube stuff. And I'll talk to you in the next video.